EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Christmas Day matchup. It's the football team and the Lions, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Washington football team. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Kaepernick now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Whitaker. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways did...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Bernard McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Whitaker. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Whitaker. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 13 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways.
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Off play action. Whitaker. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Whitaker. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hall. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the handoff, this is Swift. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving. Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Whitaker. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Whitaker. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He's got it to Gibson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he will push his way forward down to about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Gibson. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. To throw is Kaepernick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, man, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Deron Payne able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On 1st down, Kaepernick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 36-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. A handoff for Gibson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 2nd down now, McCullough. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Kaepernick now to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Second and a yard at the 25-yard line.
To throw on second down, Whitaker. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. Second and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. He gets it to Thomas. That catch good for only a couple.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Kaepernick again. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Whitaker. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Whitaker. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Whitaker. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Good footwork at the 30. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for it. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Looking to throw on second down. Whitaker. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, get some space. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Whitaker looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Whitaker. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Flushed out right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Now the Washington offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. On third down, Whitaker. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Operating from the gun. Whitaker looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall.
Let's go, baby.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the gun, Whitaker. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into
touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic.
Touchdown, Washington! Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage. Okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
First and 10.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Back to throw. Whitaker. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 48-yard line.
To throw, Kaepernick. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd and 2. Now Kaepernick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
1st down, Washington.
Back to the ground with Gibson. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Lions 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He was brought down by Fuller. 4 yards on the pickup.
6 yards left on second down. Looking to throw. Whitaker. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards.
To throw on third down. Whitaker. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Kaepernick now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good. Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw is Kaepernick. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Back to throw. Kaepernick. Pass complete. Thomas. And he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right? I
agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
We'll see if they do just that. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it's going to be their defense that gets the